Hey, so it turns out there's only a little bit left of chapter 4, so we're gonna do it in this whole thing. So chapter 5 starts next week. Yeah. Okay, where's Headless Girl? Headless Girl, Headless Girl, Headless Girl, Headless Girl, Headless Girl, Headless Girl. Where is she? Oh, hello. She's on the right. Okay. Which one do we give it to? You. Did I click her or did she get me? She's got no head above her chin. I clicked her, right? Tell me I clicked her. How am I supposed to know whose tongue we've got? Pull out the tongue bag? Yes. We're not even facing her. She's not even facing us. This one can't even talk. Little girl spirit is staggering towards Ayumi, blood gushing from her gaping cross-section of a head as she walks. Please be the right one. This is yours, isn't it? I'm giving it back. Offer the spirit tongue. What happened? If the ghost is headed this way, we have to run. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Wait, what? Alright. Oh boy. I don't know where the other one is. Okay. I went to the wrong stairway! Alright. Please don't do the same thing the boy did. Please be back up where you need to be. Good ghost girl. Stay over there. Oh! Hi, Sachiko. I don't know what my voice just did just then. But okay. Ah, what now? Here we go again. What the hell is it gonna take us this time? I can't skip past the weeping. Where your friend was splattered. The floorboards beneath that wall. Right under her globby entrails. That is fucking gross. You creepy ass doll. Where the floor dips and the blood pools. Drip drop, drip drop. Smelly, smelly, icky, icky. Get in there good and dig it out. Now you're just fucking with him. Well, I'm gonna have nightmares now. No! Break it! Smash his head! Smash it with a hammer! Sorry. Chill! Getting a good laugh out of this, you sick son of a bitch! God, if that's where it is, I'm not sure we can ever bring ourselves to get it. Is someone there? Mori! How the fuck are you going through different planes? No, wait, that just means that the plane that Yuka is in is this one, but in the other section of the hallway. There's only 2 different planes! Morishige, you're alive. Ah, Kishinuma. And our class rep. I'm very glad to see you both safe and sound. Somewhat. What happened? It's a long story. So where have you been? I was in the second wing until a short while ago, but suddenly lost consciousness. Okay, so he was in a different version, never mind. When I woke up, and then I woke up here. When I woke up here, it felt as if the air had somehow changed. Mom is back upstairs. Oh yes, and I did briefly cross paths with Mochita and his sister. You did? So they're okay too? Yes, they are. Kind of. They are. Though when I next ran into Mochita's sister, it seemed she and her brother had parted ways. Monoshiki? What is that in your hand? Ah. Oh, Monoshiki appears to be grasping a blood-soaked pouch in his hands. Oh, this? I found it under the floorboards in the hallway. Just up these stairs. You weirdo. This is some kind of charm. Do you want it? Please take it. I'm merely searching for a certain someone, so I have no need for charms at the present time. Well, you found her. She's back up there. At least we didn't have to do it at this. As with the others, there's a student ID name tag attached to the front. Yuki Kano. Well, I should be going now. Is something wrong, class rep? You look like you've seen a ghost. What the fuck's up with you? Oh yes, one more thing. Mochita said we should I'll try to meet in classroom 1A. Oh, okay. Are we not gonna question that? I'm guessing... It wasn't from, Suzumoto's spot. Maybe it shifted over a few feet and he got it from there. I mean, if he didn't, then... That really freaked me out. Did you see his hands? They were covered in blood. Well, so was the bag. Alright, let's go give Yuki her tongue back. Or Kano. I don't know how Japanese names work. I think in this they put it first name, then last name. For the sake of English audiences. Yo! One-eyed lady. What's up? Give it back. Give it back. This girl's missing an eye. All we've got is a tongue. Is that gonna be enough? What do we do? We're gonna give her the tongue first. Oh boy. We don't have your eye. The girl lowers her head and begins rocking slowly back and forth. This is for you. It is yours, isn't it? Offered the spirit Yuki's tongue. Thank you. And you? I don't know. Thank you very much. Where the fuck is my eye? She doesn't care about her eye? Okay. Whew. We did it. We did it. Shunosaki, all three of them. There's 4. All that's left is a little girl in the red... No, no more. We are done. Every time I talk to these ghosts, I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to death myself. Do you have any idea what that's like? I keep picturing how I'll look when I'm dead, and I'm not even trying. It just pops in my head on its own, and it's such a horrible image. I just want to go home. I want to go home. I just want to go home back to my mom and my sister. And Mochita. Ouch. So dramatic. Alright, next one's mine then, okay? So try to pull yourself to get... What? Oh boy. Earthquake! God damn it, not again. Whee! This one's big too. Shush. What's happening? A book is opening and writing blood. Okay. Oh dear. Hello. No. Get away from my save point. Hello? What is happening? Ugh. Was I knocked out? Where am I? I have no idea. We're home. We're home, we're home, we're home, we're home. I don't know what that was just then. Sorry. We're home, I think. But everything's cleaned up, so I don't think we are. Is this our classroom? It couldn't be because everything's cleaned up. No fooling? You didn't appease everyone. It's a trick. The needle on the clock in the hall is pointing to 8, and there's not a soul in sight. Yo, Shinozaki. Shinozaki. Wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, lady, wake up. She's breathing, at least. Come on, wake up already. Poke her with a stick. Huh? What? Take a look around you. I can't really believe it myself, but here we are. We're, no way. We're back? For real? Is this really our school? It's really real. Check it out, here's my desk. Mine too, right here. I can't believe it. It's true. Yeah, we made it. We're home, we're home. Notice the lack of people around you. Fuck yeah, suck on that, world. Has there been swearing in this before? Your friends are still missing. Oh, I'm just walking around now? Alright, cool. Guess there's no Satoshi Misui or anyone else, huh? Nope, still? Okay. So it's a little bit an hour. Where's these people's chairs? Actually, where are the rest of the chairs, actually? That's actually twice. Never thought I'd live to see home again. What do I do? What now? I'm taking over as teacher. What do we do? What now? I have no idea what to do. What do I do? How do I finish playing this chapter? I take it back. This is gonna be its own episode. I was looking at what I have to do, and this is gonna be enough for one episode, I realized. If I can freaking... Why I'm not doing that. We said this already. Okay. Venturing out in search of others, you find that even the janitor is lately gone home. The lights are out and the halls are pitch black. Only red glow with the light next to the fire extinguisher offers any respite for the quaint, quiet darkness in the school hallway. Standing around in the dark and corridors of our school building at 8 o'clock in the evening just feels so surreal. Oh. As thunder and rain grows in intensity, the windows begin to condense with moisture turning white in contrast to the corridor sea of black. Is this reality? Was everything up until now just a dream? Where am I right now? What am I doing? Hi, Amy. What's wrong? Go back to the room. Holy fuck. Whoa, chills. What? The hell is this? Where'd all our desks go? It's not over, is it? Why isn't it over? Why? Damn it. Yuki! It's you. You can put her name. She has a name. Go back. Don't come any closer. It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one. On the day I was kidnapped. I remember I had a fight with my mom that morning. Why is she telling us this? I have no idea. I didn't want to see her face. So after school, I decided that instead of going home, I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway. I can't talk! I'd park myself in the outdoor walkway for a little and watch the rain. That's when Mr. Yoshikazu showed up. He sat down next to me. I told him all about my fight with my mom. And he kept listening really closely and just kept saying, uh-huh, uh-huh. He was sick and couldn't speak much, you see, but he was a very kind man. I really liked him. But then... You two are nice people. I'm so sorry. She's so tiny, she must be 5th grader? Yuki Kano, right? Thank you for what you did back there. For making the effort to help those of us who were killed in that school. Didn't we succeed, though? Why are you still here? No, you didn't. But we returned your tongues. We gave you back your ability to speak out. And we even got your murderer to repent for what he did. Is it just that you can't forgive him no matter what? Appeasing us isn't about forgiveness. It doesn't matter if we forgive or not. Repentance is between the criminal and the victim. It's the sole act capable of moving us. And we exist as fragments of the sacred ground upon which heavenly hosts is sealed. I believe that moving us is your best course of action. But it's not enough. His repentance just wasn't enough. So you're saying his words, the words spoken by the doll, weren't good enough to appease you? That's not... Huh? So what then? Why do you feel the need to trap one innocent stranger after another in that godforsaken place? You child spirits are the ones who summoned us there, aren't you? That's not true. The hell do you mean by that? We're just the cogs that hold the closed spaces together. But you killed Suzumoto, didn't you? Wait. Huh? Let's hear her out. I'm just glad I was able to get even the two of you back to safety. Why the hell are you suddenly so concerned about us? I heard about a situation like this from my sister once. A lost soul whose life was ended violently and abruptly, leaving her with a mountain of worries and regrets. It's kind of like stopping short at the edge of madness, with all sorts of thoughts and feelings swirling around in your head. Your kindly nature and your sudden hatred and panic begin to spin around and around, and you start acting out without any sort of control. Your sister's some kind of medium or something. Yeah, something like that. So what you're saying is, this little girl and the creepy little girl we met before are two sides of the same coin? I feel for you, I really do, so please, bring the rest of them back. Machida, Miss Yui, and everyone else too. Bring them all back home. Come on, you can do it, right? I don't think that's possible anymore. Why not? Those closed spaces have eaten a lot of innocent souls. Far too many, in fact. The grudges of those who died there have filled every last corner of them. There's no room left. And because of the agony and pain, has nowhere else to go. It's begun feeding on the minds of souls like us who are bound there. It won't be long before I turn back into a vengeful spirit who attacks people like you without mercy. What's that noise? So, we're going to lose you as an ally then? So why don't you just hurry up and bring them back home right now? Isn't there any way for us to save Mochita and the others? There may be one way. What is it? I think you already know. You have to return to the closed spaces. Find all 4 of us Heavenly Host serial kidnapping and murder victims, and put us all to rest. Then the closed spaces won't have their clocks anymore, so they'll begin to fall apart. And you just might get your friends back. You expect us to go back? Oh, and this time, instead of just having one person left to appease, we have to go back to the drawing board and appease all 4 of you? Why couldn't you tell us the reason our previous efforts weren't good enough? What is there to hide? It's just something I don't want to remember, but if you really want to know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that happened. Yuki's spirit gently took hold of Ayumi's hand, and in an instant their 2 beings seemed to merge together into a single mind. What's going... Ah. It hurts. It hurts. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely going to be its own episode. I forgot how much there was left of this. I didn't do a proper intro. I feel bad now. Huh? What happened to me? Didn't I pass out? So why am I fully aware right now? I can't see a thing, and I can't move. It's like that feeling you get when you're really tired. Sleep paralysis, I think. No, that's when you wake up before your body wakes up. Sleep paralysis is just your body being asleep. You know how when your foot falls asleep? Basically, that's your entire body. Where? Ooh. Okay. Why can't I move? I'm gonna warn you guys right now. Okay, maybe not right now. Maybe later. Oh no, right now, because they're reading the thing. Sachiko Shinozaki. The little girl in the red dress, and the one who survived the horrific murders that occurred in Heavenly Host Elementary School. Following the incident, Chico's family fled from an area, moving to another prefecture to escape the frightful memories that remained here. Strangely, however, I've been unable to locate any other records of the Shinozaki family. No matter where I look, the only information I can find about them comes from the newspaper reports on the Heavenly Host murders. Granted, when an elementary school becomes the stage for a grisly incident such as this, perpetrated by none other than the principal's own son, it stands to reason that the scandal would serve as the primary focus for public interest, with all the other details fading to the background. So of course, after hearing that Chico was safe, further news of her whereabouts were largely ignored in favor of the media circus surrounding the school. But there's more to it than that. People weren't just uninterested in learning of Chico's history or whereabouts. There was simply no data to be had. I warn you guys now, it gets pretty graphic. Maybe not picture-wise, but description-wise. I can't move my body because sleep paralysis, I guess. But I can clearly see the room I'm in now. There's one boy and 2 girls in here aside from myself. I recognize them. They're the children who were killed in Heavenly Host during the incident, but they're still alive. Unfortunately, they're all bound hand and foot, and just sprawled out on the floor, and so am I. That's the real reason I can't move. Okay, I'm gonna put a timestamp up in the corner for when this part's over, just in case people are uncomfortable. Oh god, music. Somebody please save me. I have no idea who's talking. Wasn't her, okay. Sorry, I had to yawn. No, stop. No, please, no. Her eyes. Remember, Yuki was the one who has her eye removed. No, I can't see. Now I'm blindfolded. I can't see a thing that's happening to me. Since my hands and feet are tied up, I can't remove the blindfold either. Okay, seriously, your hands are tied to your chest. You can still lift your hands to pull the blindfold off. But okay. That just makes everything so much worse. I guess because I can't see, I begin to listen more intently. Oh man. Oh man. The helpless cries of the other children echo off the walls in the cramped room. I'm so scared it feels like my head's going to explode. What are you doing to me? Why am I blindfolded? Untie me, cut the ropes. I want to be able to use my hands and feet, please. And I'm pretty sure because she's in like a flashback thing, anything she says isn't actually being said. Please. I kept begging and pleading, but all I heard in response from the man was the man walking away from me. In order. Okay. In order? That's the guy. I mean, that's the boy. Did the little kid just swear? That's what I'm worried about. Never heard screaming like this before. It's pure primal terror cutting through the air like a perfect sine wave. It's the boy at the end. It feels like he's been screaming for an eternity. I think he's being killed right now. Oh my god, what the hell is he doing to him? No one deserves this. Why isn't God allowing him to fall unconscious so he doesn't have to suffer? Oh man. It's been at least a half hour now. Those inhuman screams of the young boy being ripped apart from the inside have finally come to a halt. And now it's headless girl time. If you're still watching this, what the fuck is wrong with you? No offense. Oh, man. Oh, I have an idea. I'll put a thing to mute it, because sometimes sounds are just like, oh my god. Without even a single moment of silence, the first of the girls in line is next to scream for her life and sympathy goes on. The symphony goes on. So yeah, I'll definitely put a thing to mute it in case you're... can't listen to it. Because headphone users, it's gotta be, like, bad. Oh, man. I have the volume kinda low, so I can't even hear the extent of it, but still. God, I can't take any more of this. I'm losing my mind. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh boy. I'm really glad I'm not using headphones. I feel sorry for you guys. Is it still going on? Come on, just die already. Die already? God, what is wrong with me? You know what? I don't care. Just get it over with and leave me in peace. Finally, after hearing a sound like a heavy object being dropped, the noises stopped and the room grew quiet again. Your turn. Chills. Those footsteps are getting closer. My hair's standing on end at this point. Everything below my stomach feels like it's frozen, like I've suddenly been stricken with severe diarrhea. In order. God, why am I relieved by the silence? The next kid to me just died. Which means it's my turn now. Oh boy. Someone's got me by the hair, though, pulling my head up. And taking out my blindfold, which means I get to see the face of my killer. The four missing children were found in the basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary School, unused and officially sealed since the building's construction. When authorities entered, they were greeted by an inhumanly horrific sight. Based upon the evidence at hand, the murder weapon was determined to be a pair of large sewing scissors found in the hands of the accused. Investigators suspected some hesitation on the man's part. However, the deceased victim's wounds did not indicate that his full strength had been used. Nonetheless, he had clearly acted with extreme malicious intent. The official cause of death for the three murdered children had been listed as loss of blood following the removal of the tongue. But the actual state of affairs was not quite so clinical, nor even so pleasant, if you can believe it. The following details have been extrapolated from the information previously unleashed to the public, or at least previously unreported to news outlets. The details of the crime are based on the official police testimony of Tsuchiko Shinozaki herself. Evidently, the victims were bound, blindfolded, and spaced out on the floor, then killed one by one. One was repeatedly stabbed in the abdomen with the aforementioned pair of scissors, then had many of his internal organs forcibly dug out. His discarded innards were found partially buried beneath the earthen floor of the basement room. Another was stabbed in the head dozens upon dozens of times, to such an extent that the flesh and bone above her jawline were essentially minced away. With my blindfold removed, the sight that appeared before me was more horrific than I had imagined anything I could possibly have imagined. The person staring back at me, brandishing a blood-soaked pair of sewing scissors, wasn't a large man from earlier at all. It was one of the children. It was a little girl, her face dyed red with the blood of her victims. She was staring intently at me with soulless gray eyes, and then she just started giggling. She was opening and closing the bloodied scissors over and over again. The sound kept echoing throughout the room. Then she took those dull, rusty, thoroughly blood-soaked blades and slowly brought them closer and closer to my left eye. How? Why? Why is it you? third victim was stabbed in the left eye an indeterminate number of times. Until her eyeball became a soup-like inconsistency, she was eventually just left like that, slowly bleeding to death in horrible agony. Strangely, it was only after these mutilations had already been inflicted that the killer went back and severed the victims' tongues. Learning the truth about these proceedings is shocking even to me and makes it nearly impossible to accept the murderer as anything but a monster. And bearing witness to every moment was this was a 7-year-old girl named Sachiko. In many ways, she's the most pitiable and long-suffering of them all. But it was through her tearful and frightened testimony that Yoshikazu Yaganagi Hori was officially charged. Now, going back to the hunt for information on this unfortunate girl's whereabouts, it was her words that ultimately led to Yoshikazu's sentencing. Therefore, it comes to no real surprise that sensitive information pertaining to her and her family would be withheld. That's to be expected. I'm out of breath. That's not expected. What's not expected, however, is that there's not even the singlest trace of information left to find. It's as if it simply never existed. Therefore, I cannot help but consider alternate possible explanations and remind you this is mere coincidence. No, that's not the word, And I remind you this is mere conjecture. My bad. But one question keeps nagging at the back of my mind. Was Yoshikazu Yanagihori really the murderer of these 3 victims? Is it possible this crime was not actually perpetrated by him at all? Think about it. In his final days, Yoshikazu was incapable of communicating with others through speech. Despite his childlike reversions, he'd always been a personable and friendly man. As the saying goes, he wouldn't have hurt a fly. All his relatives, friends, and neighbors confirmed as such, shocked to hear that such a kindly man would commit these I can't tell what that word says. Atrocities. I really can't tell what that word says, wow. He certainly had no motive for the crime either. There was nothing for him to gain from it. Then again, he may simply lost his mind. Look at his father. It was around the same time the principal these names. Yanagihori suddenly began speaking in tongues and acting in a most peculiar way. Not to mention scribbling incomprehensible gibberish all over his walls as if possessed. He seemed frightened of someone and would often be found crouching in the corner of his office moaning and thrashing when visitors came by. If he could wind up in such a bleared state with no warning, then perhaps so too could his son. I believe that we're looking for a curse far more powerful than anything a man could devise. Sorry, a mix of the yawning and speaking was bad. What are we looking at? From the time it opened its doors to the day it closed them forever. What are we doing? Oh. Heavenly House Elementary's sealed basement room has existed as some sort of cursed ground. And to find the underlying cause, we must go back beyond the infamous kidnapping and murder incident. Back a whole 20 years. I believe I may have found a clue that could shed some light on the situation. It may be a bit far-fetched as leads go, but it's a lead nonetheless. God, the reading. Regrettably, since Heavenly Host was not only closed down but demolished altogether and another school built in its place, it's no longer possible to investigate the basement room directly. Well, the basement's probably still there, but my protege has found what may be the next best thing. Something that can make the impossible possible once more. Preparations are being made to pursue this lead even now. Be sure not to miss the next installment. It may be the scoop of a lifetime. Go Key 2003. Dates, I don't know. It's the end. Can I stop reading? Yay! Last chapter. Continue in chapter 5. Alright, so that was the whole thing. Whew. So today is Saturday, apparently. This is being posted on Saturday. I mean, today's actually Wednesday, but you know. So, I really hope you guys are enjoying this so far. So far, it's almost the end. I really hope you've enjoyed it at all. As I said in the last video, the next one to take this place will be Frambeau, which is kind of similar in the way that creepy and spooky and not gory is. I don't know. But yeah, title please. go to that. We gotta save some data. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys on the next one where we do chapter 5, which is the last one. So maybe a few more weeks and then try to